To do a graphical solution with your calculator. We have an equation here, x squared plus x equals log x plus 4 plus 2. Now, in doing this scenario, you could try to do it algebraically, but it just won't work for you. So you have no choice but to do a graphical solution. Your calculator comes in handy. But any equations that you have equal to each other, this method will work. And it's quite slick and easy. And even the easiest ones like we did in ninth grade, this approach will work. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to consider this part of the equation. We'll call this part y1. And we'll look at the other part. We'll call this half. I'm going to consider that to be y2. So if I go to my calculator, if I go here, I'm going to go y equals, and I'm going to go x squared plus x. The second equation, I'm going to go log x plus 4 plus 2. And if I graph these two, I can see that they intersect in two different places. And so if I'm making my graphical solution over here, I'm going to take my, and I'm going to actually graph them. And so approximately here is the y1, and the y2 is going to be roughly here, the logarithm curve. And the solution to this equation is going to be these 2 points of intersection. And so I have to find the points of intersection. And so as I do that, if I go over back to my calculator, to do it, and here's the key, and I'm going to clear off my list here of, you can see the keystrokes. If I go second trace, which is the calculate menu, this one here, intersect number 5, that's what I'm going to hit. And you'll notice it says first curve. Well, if I toggle up and down, it will switch between y1 and y2. And so I can consider either one. And the reason why they do that is if I have like 4 or 5 equations on here, I can choose which equation I'm going to have the intersection of. So the first curve we'll call y1, and I'll hit enter. Second curve, same idea, it switched equations, which is shown right up here, and I'll hit enter on that. Now it's saying guess. Well, it's saying x equals 0. Well, here's the x equals 0. It's closest to this one, so it's going to go to this one that's closest to. I'm going to just hit enter, and it gets my intersection as 1.2227594, and y equals 2.7179. The solution to the equation here is the x value. And so what I get, if I go over to this scenario over here, this equation right here, this is x equals 1.222. Actually, to three significant figures, I can back up a little bit, and I can just make it 1.22. All right, so there is the first equation. And I might also want to put in here that this is log x plus 4 plus 2, and the other one is simply x squared plus x, and of course I should say that it is y equals. Okay, going to find the other value, I'm going to again go second trace, which is my calculate menu, which is a great menu. I'm going to go number 5, which is intersect. And now again I go first curve, second curve, it's switched. Now the guess is near here. If I would hit enter, it would find this intersection again. I have to guess around here to go closer to it, which is about -2 or -3, I can tell from my graph down here. So I'm just going to guess -3, just to put me in the right area. Enter, and lo and behold, it finds me that intersection point. So if I go back over to here, this point here is x equals -2.0 9. And so if I look at the solution to this equation is negative 2.09, 1.22, the point of intersection. And this would be a graphical solution if I would accept this as something that would be okay. You showed the equations that you put in, and you showed which ones were the x values. Here and there are the strokes that you would need.